Okay, I got a comment about welcome. I got a comment about what is that? Pachinko. So I thought well, you see that? I thought I give a tell my Pachinko story. It's real kind of short, but I don't know how many of these clips I'm gonna need though. But anyway, I came to Japan, me and my wife, and she already had her and her second husband had a business, and they divorced, but they were still doing the business and stuff. So I came out here with her, and the only reason I came was not because I didn't know jack crap about Japan or nothing. You know, maybe I knew Ichiban, and I did come to Okinawa when I was in the military for like 2 weeks, but I didn't. I only came off the base like once and went swimming or something like that. But other than that, I didn't know anything. Once I got out of the military, I just totally forgot all about Japan and everything. My mind was only about finishing school and all that stuff. But I went to Hawaii, met my wife, got married, and she was like, "Well, let's move to Japan because I had a job in Hawaii. I had a good job. It was okay. I had like 2 jobs or something like that, 3 jobs. Because in Hawaii, out there, the cost of living isn't cheap, and everyone got. If you want to have a good life out there, you need to make somewhere about like $25 an hour or more. So I had 3 jobs, and I think I was pulling in about maybe about $25 an hour or something like that. Everything combined, and I don't know if it was that much, but anyway, I wasn't. I didn't have no money problems, and I didn't have no problems finding jobs out there. But what happened? Anyway, so she said, let's go out to Japan. I was like, oh man, I want to go back to LA and finish school, and we talked about it for about a month and stuff. So I ended up coming out here because she said if I didn't like it, then I could just go back to LA and finish school, because she was like, well, what do you want to go to school for? I'm like, make money. She said, all right, then come to Japan, you know. And she didn't tell me nothing about her business or nothing. I guess she just told me to come to Japan, see if I trust her or not. So I came out here, and the next day they took me to my first place of employment, went out there and learned a little Japanese, just irashamasei, kage desu ka, korido, hamate mite kudasai, stuff like that. And after work we went to Pachinko, and I never heard about Pachinko. Like I said, Japan was never never a country of interest to me. So when I'm out here and I'm doing this stuff, you guys might say, damn, he ignorant. Yeah, about Japan. I've been here 15 years and I really don't read too much about it, because I'm living here as a person, and not as a tourist and stuff. But I do need to study up on a lot of stuff. But a lot of my friends give me a lot of information, so. But anyway, we walked in, it was all smelly and smoky and noisy and stuff. So he showed me the machines where they played at. But he told me I should play the kitty one. So I thought kids was over there, right? And I went over there, and what it was a machine where you can only put $1 in at a time or something. I think it was like 100 yen at a time. And what it was a little bear, and the stomach popped out like a basket, and you gotta first turn the knob, and it would go up and fall in one little hole. Then once it falls in another little hole, it'll fall where in that area where you can catch where the basket can catch a ball. But what it was you had to get like 2 or 3 balls in there so they can bounce off of each other, and one ball might fall in there, because usually there's some outlets on the side and stuff. I can't really describe it, I'm sorry, but it was like if you have like the free throw line, right? And then in the free throw line, where you're standing in the free throw line, that little half circle, at the free throw line was where the bear was and stuff, and the balls are falling there off to the left, off to the right, they can fall off, or they'll go in where the basket was, but you had to get like 2 or 3 of them in there at the same time. And the way I used to play Pachinko, I was able to hold it so that when because it automatically get ejected into the how was it? Anyway, the balls came out and they went in the holes, and he told me, just do this and whatever, and I did it. And I think about an hour and a half later, I came back and I had $140. And he's like, wow, you won that? I said, yeah. He said, you lying. And I said, yeah, because when I came to Japan, I only had like $10 in my pocket. And I just had $10 in my pocket and stuff. And so he was like, wow. So that week I played that same game, I think maybe every day. And I won like at least $700 because I won at least $100 every day. And then he was like, well, you're doing that well, you should just we'll graduate you or promote you to the big machines. So I went over to the real Pachinko machines in the areas, and everybody was smoking. I mean, everybody had all their boxes around their chairs and stuff, and it was this game I played called Aladdin. And Aladdin was a very, very popular game. And what it was it just goes, it'll drop into the middle slot. I mean, not in the middle slot, but in the little slot where the balls go in and stuff. Well, one ball can go in at a time, and it'll spin the middle under these digits. And if it go in there, the digits will rotate. And once they rotate and stuff, or not rotate, but spin and stuff, if they stop on like odd numbers, well, I mean, it can stop on only odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Then you get a chance to play these rounds, or you play one set, and one set was like 15 rounds. 15 rounds would end up being something like $35 or $40. I think it was like $35 or something like that, worth of pinballs and stuff. The balls were like really small and stuff. And then when these people driving slow, I need to get to the rest area in 7 minutes so I can sleep. So I can chill out. But what happened? But what it was once it hit on those three odd numbers in a row, the middle will open up, and then you have to turn the knob all the way so the balls can go to the end and have a chance to fall through these pins and stuff, and it'll go into that middle slot. But what it was if the balls go in too fast, they'll just go right by it and won't fall into the hole. And what some people do is when it does, people hit the window so it'll fall in and stuff. But that's against the rules and stuff. Sometimes they kick you out. And so you had to do it so it would fall in there. Once it fall inside of there, then you'd have to, then you get to start your 15 rounds. And then what it was you hold the ball, hold the knob all the way. The ball would shoot out one side, go all the way to the other side, and go to the bottom. And at the bottom, in the middle, it was another little area where it opened up, had like wings and stuff, and it would open up, the levers will open up, and the balls would go in. And even in that too, there were 2 slots. And at least one ball would have to go into the right slot, I think. And if it didn't go into that slot, wait, was that? Wait, I'm trying to think. Oh, no. For Aladdin, it was where it was first going. It was a slot where I told you, where people hit the window. And because this was like years ago. And if it didn't go into that middle slot, then, because at the ball, it would catch, but it had to go into that middle slot too. And if it didn't go in there, then all your rounds would be finished. So you don't get free balls, You have to earn it and stuff, And but if it doesn't fall into it, like if you're on the 3rd round and that middle, and it was like up right below the numbers and stuff, if a ball didn't fall in that hole, then after that round was done, then your game was over, and then you had to start all over and stuff. But anyway, that happened to me a few times, But after that, you go through all the rounds and stuff. So, he sat down and he told me what to do. So I watched him a little bit. And then all of a sudden, I just sat down and he was telling me about, look at the numbers. And up there, I don't know if it was, I think they had these, little display which told you how many times the numbers hit. And if the numbers hit a whole bunch of times, then a lot of people didn't play it because they wouldn't think it would hit anymore.